Have you ever gone to a school about a serious incident, only to be told that the key piece of evidence, the video footage, was lost or automatically deleted? It is one of the most frustrating, infuriating roadblocks a parent can hit. Well, today we are talking about a powerful legal tool that can turn that exact situation from a dead end into a direct path for holding them accountable.
So here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at the common problem, the disappearing evidence. Then, we're going to introduce you to your legal weapon to fight back. It's a concept called spoliation. After that, we'll walk through a real-world example of a school's cover-up playbook. And then, the good part. We'll give you a step-by-step protocol to beat it. Finally, we'll show you why understanding this changes the entire game. All right, let's jump right in. Okay, first things first. We need to completely reframe this problem. When a school tells you that crucial evidence is just gone, that is almost never an accident. It's not just bad luck. More often than not, it's a calculated, predictable tactic to protect the institution. This old line. This is the classic response, isn't it? It sounds so official, so final. It's specifically designed to make you feel helpless and shut the conversation down. But here's the secret. Their internal district policy does not, and I repeat, does not give them a free pass to destroy evidence they know is important to a potential legal matter. You have to see this for what it is. It's a pattern. It's not random. When schools are potentially on the hook for major safety failures, or civil rights violations, or discrimination, it's amazing how often the most important records just seem to vanish into thin air. This is about erasing the proof. It's about avoiding accountability. So the big question is, how do you fight back when the other side can literally just delete the proof of what they did wrong? Well, you use the act of destruction itself as a weapon against them. And that brings us to this incredibly powerful legal concept called spoliation. So what does all that legal jargon actually mean? It's pretty simple, really. The moment a school knows, or frankly, should know, that a legal fight might be on the horizon, a new legal duty is born. They now have a legal obligation to preserve all the evidence related to that issue. So deleting emails, letting that video get overwritten, losing an incident report, that's no longer just sloppy paperwork. It's spoliation of evidence.
And this is the part that is so crucial for you to understand. Look at how early this legal duty to preserve evidence can kick in. It's not just when you file a lawsuit. That clock can start ticking the very second a parent walks into the principal's office to report a serious incident, like an assault or racial harassment, and asks them to investigate. That's the trigger. From that point forward, their convenient little 14-day automatic deletion policy is legally irrelevant. It does not protect them. All right, so the theory is great, but let's look at what this actually looks like in practice. Let me walk you through a very common case pattern. This shows you exactly how a school will try to delay and run out the clock on evidence, and more importantly, how you can document it to expose their entire game. See the playbook here? It's so predictable. Day 1, the parent reports the incident in writing. That starts the legal clock on the school's duty to save that footage. What does the school do? They delay. They give vague answers like it's ongoing, they ignore specific requests to preserve the video, and they just wait. They're waiting for that 14-day mark to pass so their automatic policy can do their dirty work for them. But in this case, because the parent and the attorney documented everything, they nailed them. They even got a teacher's email later that confirmed a directive to keep conversations verbal only. I mean, that's the smoking gun right there. Okay, so you've seen their playbook. Now it's time for the counterplay. This is your action plan. This is a step-by-step protocol you can use to formally put the school on notice, establish their duty to preserve, and document every single move they make. This whole process is about putting the school in a legal box. The very moment you report serious harm, you send a formal preservation notice, and you don't just send it to the principal, you send it to the superintendent and their legal counsel too. Be super specific about what they need to save. Then, if they come back with the "oops, it's lost" excuse, you immediately follow up in writing, asking for the who, what, when, where, and why of that destruction. You ask for the digital fingerprints, the metadata, the audit logs that can prove if that deletion was really automatic or if somebody pushed a button. Now, everybody, lean in for this part because this is absolutely critical. This phrase right here, you need to put this exact sentence in your email. This is not just a polite request anymore. This language transforms your email into a formal legal notice. It's a signal to the school's lawyers that you know the rules of the game and that if they destroy anything from this point forward, there will be serious legal consequences. It's a legal tripwire. So let's say you do all of this. You follow the protocol, you document everything, and you successfully prove that the school destroyed evidence after you put them on notice. What happens then? Well, this is where the balance of power shifts, and it shifts dramatically in your favor.
It's a totally fair question. You might be thinking, well, if the evidence is gone, my case is just weaker, right? Wrong. It's actually the opposite. The very act of them destroying the evidence can become one of the single most powerful parts of your entire case. Look at what a court can do. The sanctions range from making the school pay all of your attorney's fees to even preventing them from using certain defenses at trial. But the real hammer, the one that is often a complete game changer, is called the adverse inference. This is where a judge literally instructs the jury that they are allowed to assume that the evidence the school destroyed would have proven your case and been devastating to theirs. I mean, just think about how powerful that is.
Now, of course, the punishment has to fit the crime. If a school was just negligent, they had genuinely sloppy record keeping, the sanctions will probably be lighter. But if you can show that they intentionally destroyed evidence, like someone manually deleting a video after getting your notice, or that email telling staff not to create a paper trail, that's when the harshest sanctions come down. And that is exactly why documenting every single step of your protocol is so incredibly important.
And this is really the heart of it all. This is the big takeaway. Spoliation is never just a boring procedural issue about a missing file. It's powerful evidence of the school's state of mind. The very act of destroying evidence demonstrates what we call a consciousness of wrongdoing. It tells a very clear story. The school knew they messed up, and instead of fixing the problem, they decided to hide the evidence. And that is a story that no judge and no jury ever wants to hear.